Oh, not anymore.
Hey, I see video.
Where last we left off, you all were heading into the basically Kragst Central, and which is within a globe of a sort of hallucinatory terrain.
Okay.
And said hallucinatory terrain would basically only allowed twilight in. So, God, fuck that movie. And
all right,
I will watch them all again.
I'm down. I'll do it.
I will only watch the third one.
Anyway, Twilight ends.
I've never watched it.
I've just read the books. I've avoided the movies like the plague. It was way too much in my generation of people, and there was I had friends who had fucking cardboard cutouts of Robert Pattinson as a vampire in their room.
The books are worse because in the movies,
was it glittery?
In the movies, you do at least get to look at two very hot young men wear not very many shirts for about 2 hours. In the books, you just have to imagine it.
Not many shirts. One between them.
On average, yes.
Wait, you have to just use your imagination?
Yeah.
That's horrible. Lame.
Is that what we're here to do?
So Twilight.
Hallucinatory terrain.
Yes, and
Did we all see that?
well, here's the thing, though. You all knew that Rom and his shadows were probably somewhere inside. So you went in very stealthily. As a matter of fact, I believe all of you are under the, what is it called?
Pass Without a Trace.
Pass without a
Yes,
trace.
we
Yeah,
are.
my thing's active.
Right.
And we are not traced at all.
So
We all rolled in the 30s and high 20s on our stealth
very
checks.
high. Very
We are
high.
not
Even
traced
Connor
except for
just
Kelly.
completely
I know, right?
nailed that.
I didn't sneeze or trip or just yell out random curse words.
We just move through. Toot.
Breathe super heavy. So now you essentially have the drop on who you see in this area. Now, if you could switch to the battle map, Cam. So,
I pushed the button, but it's going to be a couple seconds before I actually see it on Twitch. So
right. So right now we have this laser pointer here.
Sexy battle map.
Yep, it's fun. So this is the gazebo that is the Temple Eclipse, and right now, as you can see, it's a 100-foot diameter. So we've got 50 foot here, 50 foot here. There are several of the shadows up on the gazebo, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Here are a few things that you need to know. So the gazebo is raised 20 feet from ground level. This red circle around it is basically just marking what you said last session, Fisher, was that it was there's 50 feet of nothing touching it.
Okay.
Mostly. We'll get to that mostly in a second as well.
I'll be touching it.
You have all of these strange mushroom and fungi buildings all the way around, some of which are connected, some of which aren't, and some of which are kind of damaged. So, for example, this one is literally melting in a puddle of acidic ooze and goo. And
That's brutal.
Also,
Well, it's a natural environment. It makes sense that whatever's affecting the griffins and us can affect, I don't know. Anyway.
Right, exactly.
The rot.
You're smart, Bill. Keep going.
I like how you do things.
I like you. Continue.
So then we have, what else do we have? Anything basically green that you see on the board, like this puddle right here, that is a huge pool of that ichor. That
The stuff we don't want to touch.
I think it's free to say that you might not want to touch that.
Yeah.
Or
Cat's
taste
probably
it,
still
maybe.
going to touch it.
Everything else is somewhat of a building or somewhat of a ruined building. So do you see these bridges here? Like that allows you to go from this building to this building and this as well. But this right here was a bridge that connected this building to this building but fell. Same thing with here. You'll see a bunch of blue stars kind of randomly all over the board, like here,
Blob
here. We're going to call those B stars. That's for you, Brad.
Brett.
Or Brett. Duh. And hey,
Love you,
I've
Brett.
got a lot of names in my head right now.
Yeah.
And
You're trying to be 12 NPCs and...
Yes. So those are blobtars. But not just one blob tar. They're actually like a mob of them moving around in sort of
Lovely.
The blob Tonys.
The red little minis, the little like spear red minis. Those are the sort of a little bit more mobile and enhanced blob tars that look more like orcs, and in some cases, some rare cases, dwarves.
Those are the ones we just killed, right?
I'm just picturing like
Correct.
the like
pustily
super
ones.
zombies. You know what I mean? Like.
Almost 28
now,
days later.
Rage
if
zombies.
anyone here wants to see something on the board that I have not identified, or they feel an itch to identify, like, ooh, I want there to be something that looks like this. We're going to do that in a little bit. The last thing I want to say is that there is a sort of platform on top of the gazebo right here, with stairs inside of here that sort of in a spiral fashion lead up to this high point. I can't put that on the board, so I'm going to put it off to the distance. That's what this
Bill, can I
is.
ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that on the edge of the board?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you that right now.
Do you really think you're going to get a good answer for that one?
Yeah,
But I just wanted to point it out to everybody else.
And so also Connor pointed out
It's
another
set
thing. Since we've been doing, the live stream and stuff, and that we've been recording, one of the things that they've sort of reminded me is that I'm such a very physical DM, and when I ran games before, I used to stand. So it's really just a pleasure being this close to you.
Yeah, it is.
Also, for those of you who couldn't see what we were pointing at off the board earlier, there's a really scary mini that maybe you'll see later.
I don't think it's a mini in comparison to
A maxi.
a maxi.
Well,
It does absorb high flow.
Yeah. So, got it.
Oh, did you guys hear about Always? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes!
That's a tangent, but good job Always being, equitable. Cool. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of hand it over to all of you. Is there anything that you want to, describe a little bit more in detail before we get into initiative?
Roll initiative, squish it.
I like that. How tall are the buildings with the bridges on them?
That's a good question. I hadn't figured that out.
Don't worry
yet.
about it. You're not getting on top of a building. Fine.
150 feet, 175 feet,
I would say
200
that
feet.
these two are the tallest buildings.
Okay.
What do you say, guys?
Yeah.
What's up, what ifs?
This is 100 and...
Well, what's
50 feet.
the total for the gazebo with the peak?
Well, it's 20 feet up, and then the gazebo itself is about 40 feet. So, yeah,
That's about 100
a
feet.
total of about 60 feet.
Okay, then I'd say about 120. I like that we talked about that circle, like since we're building towards the peak of the dome of this thing, right?
Right.
Like the buildings and all the artificial pieces are like tall, like 120 feet.
Right.
But then it dips down to the sacred area pretty heavily. So I like that as like this almost like wall, right?
And I will also say that, let's see, so this is 50 feet from here to here. So I would imagine that from here to about here is 100 feet.
Okay.
And similar here, similar here.
I guess which way are we rolling in from?
That is a really great question.
So it would take me 4 turns to get from here to here, and it would take you
You can
one.
dash. Take your time.
Yeah, I got 70 feet of movement, y'all. This is going to be a fun battle.
Oh, did you pick up mobile?
And you can
No, it's from one of the boons I got.
And-
Gave me
and
30 feet of movement.
and those shoes
And
that
also,
you can climb anything.
and also remember that you have 5 extra folks that are traveling with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Zeph,
we all have an inspiration because it's a new day for us. I mean, not a new
It's a
day.
new
it's
day.
It's a new game session.
You've been reborn!
A lot of us also still have 1 exhaust.
I was going to say that as
Abby.
well. Can you quickly remind me, 1 exhaustion means that I'm rolling disadvantage on ability checks?
Correct.
Yep.
But I'm still fine with my movement
And
and
saves.
with
Yeah.
damage, like fighting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If I cast something as a ritual that I have prepared, it still doesn't count against my slots, right?
Yes, but it
It
takes
takes
10 minutes.
It takes 10 minutes, but we're not fighting yet.
Actually 10 minutes plus the normal casting time.
We're rolling
well, that's
initiative,
instant.
so-
Oh, we are
Yeah,
right
we're about
now?
to start. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we ended like about to go attack them.
I call a quick 5er, and by 5er I mean 10er, and I heal you
Plus
guys.
1
a little
round.
bit.
Well, if you want a ritual cast on multiple of us,
10 minutes and 6 seconds.
We're all up to full health, to be clear. We just
you guys are
almost full health.
Toxic.
Evie's in chat.
We had a long rest. You should be at full health.
What?
We had a long rest. You should be at full health. Didn't we? Before we fought the Blobtars. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why we all have the exhaust.
We all.
Oh, and then we took a short rest. I have used hit die. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand where we're at. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm ready.
During that short rest, could I have done my Lesser Restoration and unexhausted you?
Is it a ritual?
I mean, it can be, yeah.
What do you mean it can be?
Does it have the ritual tag?
Can't I cast anything as a ritual?
No.
It has to have a bar on the card.
There's specific
Where is
spells that
that?
are
I'm
rituals.
pretty sure
Stuff.
no.
Yeah.
Lesser Restoration. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Lame.
So, for example, a common first level ritual for clerics and wizards is detect magic.
Yeah, I've got that right there. It says it writes out ritual next to like the first level spell.
Yeah, I'm not. It'll
lame.
say it kind of like how it says concentration and stuff. It'll have a little R, but I don't think you have any ritual spells.
It'll say it pretty clearly.
Yeah.
So no, then.
So, for those of you watching,
I just give
this
you guys
is
some coffee.
definitely, I don't know, how many streams you watch or how many you don't watch, but ultimately this is our party gaming out like what they want to do before they enter in this area, in which they kind of have the advantage. They're stealthing through, and they're working out what they want to do. Now, there's one thing that I want to tell you.
I don't know.
Every once in a while, you hear a great bestial howl coming from inside the hallucinatory terrain dome.
We're in the hallucinatory terrain dome right now, right?
Correct.
So it's just we know it's in that circle.
You're
Ambient.
yeah.
Terrifying.
It's just the way it sounds. It's a how do I describe it? It's a howl that would seem a little gurgly, if not for the projection that it has.
So, amplified small child with a little bit of phlegm.
Oh.
Definitely
a lot
not
of
small
demon.
child. Definitely
And a
more.
lot of demon.
A grown-up small child with a lot of phlegm.
I'm just gonna avoid both of those things.
Yeah.
Grown up
Phlegm
and
and
small
children?
child.
Oh.
Yeah, not.
Just loud and gurgly.
Yeah.
Screamy.
We're doing this.
Can we put where we start first?
Absolutely. I'm kind of waiting on all of y'all to do that. Go ahead and grab your minis.
All right.
And grab-
I'm a
and
cowboy,
grab-
baby.
Hold on a second, and grab the associated mini that you are controlling.
Yes.
So you will be
The
grabbing
show
the
is the
show
yellow one?
Fisher. Yep, green one right there.
The green one, okay.
Pretty sure there's a cleaver.
That's Cleaver.
Yeah,
Yep.
Cleaver was the upside down guy.
Jammy the white one. Yeah.
Bill, can I cast bark skin on myself
And
with
which
my
one
staff,
are you, black or
before
brown?
we go
Black.
into attack?
Absolutely.
I
Why-
wear all black leather.
So I'm gonna mark that chart. I used two charts.
Yours.
This
So
is,
are you playing Lee? Or
I am gonna play Lee.
Just so you know, Bill, that
And
makes
this is
my
for-
AC 16 for
trade
this fight,
sleeves?
Okay.
since you're gonna be hitting me.
Yeah.
Nice corn, Michelle.
So at this point, let's roll initiative. I've got a few things written on that board already. Kind of rolled some stuff ahead of time, so feel free to fill in the gaps.
Did we
Alrighty.
stick together or did we split up?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
yet to be
Please
determined.
do.
But
I'm
y'all
pretty
can
sure we stuck
figure that
together.
So
out
much
now.
anxiety.
Alright.
Don't have
Are
anxiety,
we,
buddy.
so we're rolling and then placing our characters?
This is gonna
Whatever you
for
want.
you. This is gonna be
Honestly, it's
I know,
pretty
right? Don't have
loosey-goosey.
anxiety, It's fine.
Alright.
Sorry.
We've got
This is
direction
This is gonna be
coming in
Bogey's
from the
dice, just so you
direction
know.
of the
Like
essence
when I'm
spot, there's
rolling
less
two at a
guys.
time, it's
Okay, cool.
Yo,
Yeah.
are they gonna
Let's-
come in from that direction maybe? By
the
essence
barrels?
pile?
I was thinking we'd base jump in and just go right in the middle.
I could feather fall us, but still.
Exactly. And you can basically fly. Just take a
I
running
like
leap.
that idea of
Yeah.
us all coming in from barrel direction.
okay. Let's
Yeah.
barrel in.
Hey.
Hey, pun intended.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
y'all help
or-
us. Here, take my jams. Put us by the barrels. We're fine.
So the barrels are small homes, essentially.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
elaborate
flat. Play 'em
small
flat.
homes.
Flat.
Well, flat, yep.
Will you put me and Kev right next to the acid, but not in the acid?
Ow. So are we using the same initiative for the characters as our characters?
Do you think that's going to be easiest for everyone?
Probably.
Then let's do that.
Oh, okay.
Time and Cleaver 18 then.
Did I roll a 6 or a 9? I don't remember.
Kef
Roll
and
again.
Bogey are 20.
But that feels like cheating.
If you don't know, it's not cheating.
Fair enough. Oh, I rolled a 14, so that's a 13 for my initiative.
More than who?
Time and what?
Time and Cleaver.
Cleaver, right.
And we're back to normal.
And you rolled a
You guys are
13?
over here? Yes, I am 13.
Should pop on the map.
Boop.
And what did you roll, Ferg?
Actually, Kef is over here.
Ferg and Zeph.
Zeph
have
is the
a
yellow one.
3.
You guys just look
Michelle's
into each
gonna
other's eyes too much?
We were planning stuff out.
Sure, planning stuff out.
Yeah. They're
I'm just
planning out
kidding.
their baby names.
Ferg only
Yeah.
does it if Ferg gets paid.
I didn't say you
Or
were
late.
doing anything. I just said
This
you were
next to
making
time.
eyes at each other.
Oh, is this Junebug?
Joy and...
Time is the white one.
Michelle.
Whoa, did everybody just
Pile.
pile up on us?
Well, I'm staying on Kef and
Whoa.
Well, do you
And,
want to try to, circle in from different directions?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I think we should all stay,
Yes.
stay
And,
together.
Or let's
Um,
split the party. That should be
and,
fine.
and Michelle is staying with Zeph, so
Cool.
Boom.
just because you tend to take less damage than this one.
Hey, Bill, FYI, I still have comprehend languages up.
True.
Lasts for an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot what my name was for a second.
Me too.
Yeah. Cool.
happens a lot.
In case it comes up.
I couldn't remember how to spell Michelle, so Michelle's just mix.
That works.
If anyone was confused.
It has changed, I think, over the course of time. It was Micheaud for a while, and then it was AUX, so I don't know.
I think I did the AUX.
It's French, it doesn't matter. You don't pronounce any of them.
Michelle.
It should be Misho.
I also wrote that down in my notebook.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's Kef and Bogey.
Good old
Who's
Bogalis.
this? Who's this guy?
That's
That's Lee.
Lee.
That's Lee.
Oh.
Lee is
Lee is
Probably
definitely with you.
Yeah.
Lee
Lee
is with me.
Are we? But we
Sorry,
don't get
put
to
that
use
back.
Lee to fight. Like, are you gonna play
Hey,
Lee?
I will be
You fixed the
controlling
bridge.
Lee.
Okay.
And I will
Accidentally.
move
Fix the broken
Lee,
bridge. It was like this,
on
right?
the shadows.
I was gonna say because I feel like
That's
at this
like
point
this.
she would be on wanting to fight,
Right.
on one side or the other. I don't know which side, but
Very true.
Okay, my plan is to try and diplomatize with the shadows.
I don't think it's a great
Because they're all. I was friends with all of them.
Okay, but
Like a month and a half ago.
they're gonna shoot our healer if you just go run
friends
up
with
to
benefits, whatever.
Yeah. Never actually got benefits either.
Anyway,
No.
Keth and Bogey, it's your
They
turn.
work me 35 hours a week.
Okay, so who do we see in the middle? Right? Like, I think when we all talked before, our kind of plan was to take out Rom and hope that, Michelle could kind of get the other shadows to
Yeah.
chill, right?
Mhm.
So where's Rom? Straight up.
Rom. So
Rom's with the Stein.
here's the thing. I feel as though from the raised platform, you know that there are some up there. You
Right.
just don't know who. It's literally like a vision blocker. It doesn't have anything, and it's actually kind of far away. If it were on the same level as you, maybe only time with the perception check that
Elf
time
eyes.
has could maybe identify it, but because it's so high up, you actually can't tell.
Are you talking about the highest platform?
No.
Where they are currently
Yeah,
right now on the gazebo.
Yeah, they're 20
right
feet
here.
up.
Because you just described they're 20 feet up, though. That's not very high up.
20 feet
But
up
we're-
plus another 150 feet that way with
Yeah.
buildings in the way.
Yeah, that's only, I mean, the buildings for sure, I could totally see it. I'm just saying 150 feet is only like half of
I'm
football
taking
field.
everything into consideration.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would only be a couple of arc minutes off
So,
of it.
but we know that they're all basically on the platform, right?
You know that some of them are on the platform. You actually don't know if all of them are on
And
the
are
platform.
we, if we want to are we going to get a surprise round? Because we're stealthed in?
We're also
Or
still really far
Time
away.
to find out.
Yes. Let me just put it this way. With the stealth round, you can pretty much place yourself to start anywhere you want on the board.
Even closer to where they are instead of just on
Yes.
the edge where we're at.
Okay.
Yes.
I say we do that, honestly.
What-
I say we be on the edge of this.
What if we let them all fight out so they kill each other and we go in? This is talking in character, by the way.
how are they going to
And-
fight each other?
Well, because I'm assuming these guys want to stop those guys, even though their leader doesn't want to stop those guys. So we're going to wait until they're betrayed. Then they start killing each other.
I
Then
just
some of them
wanna
are
get
going to be
in there.
weaker. Then we go in and clean up the dregs.
I don't think we have the time for that.
Yeah.
You got to lay it down. The camera.
Can I sneak in behind you, Ashley?
Yeah. I love laying down for the camera.
Nice.
I think I winked, but I think I'm off frame, yeah.
No, you're still in there.
Hey guys. You like my flirty hand waves?
No, you're off camera. Yes.
That's kind of what I was trying to ask you. Like, are we still going off roll stealth rolls? I just wanted to
my cadre.
I was trying to get an idea of what I can do
both
with my first turn.
Do you guys do you want to be
Cleaver's
together?
next to Bogey.
Bogey is the clown,
Sure,
Bogey is
that sounds
the
right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Woohoo! Hello, buddy. How are you doing? And you're gonna be where?
That's what I thought we were doing.
Where would you like to be?
And I just figured Bogey would stick with Keth because they were
as
doing a
far
really good
towards-
job of taking things down
towards the
together
back,
last
yeah.
time.
Or
So, like, why
like
fuck
on
I
this
don't
side or
know.
this
Yeah.
side?
Yeah, Bogey, Kath, and Cleaver were a good trio.
Who is the yellow one? Zeph?
Yes.
Zeph is the yellow one? Do you want to be by Zeph or by these?
Who's
Hombres.
the monk?
I'm the monk. literally.
That one.
Oh, it was literally a monk.
Yeah.
Just put me by the monk. That's fine.
The monk is the monk.
Yeah, no,
The monk has a name.
Yeah, it's Keth. It's not
Yeah,
the
Keth.
monk.
You are the monk.
Fine, I'll stand by the wizard, I guess.
I am the wizard.
Yeah, Michelle's gonna
wonderful
hang out
wizard.
with Zeph. I'm gonna go hang out with Lee and make out in the background.
That's not gonna get weird.
We just turn around and Fisher's or Joy's just doing that thing where you're pretending to make out, but
Your
it's just
stealth is completely destroyed with the slapping of
Ass cheeks.
of Joy's face with Lee's hand.
Oh. It was Lee who was coming on to me.
Yeah, that's,
I listened to that
that's
episode
the
like
story
3 days ago.
Earlier.
Okay.
Anyway,
So if we're on the outside of the ring, that's 50 feet out, right? That's what we established.
Correct.
That circle.
Yep.
Okay.
And the do you see the green
Or the
sort
stairs.
of ladder looking things? Those are the stairs that are going up to.
Cool.
Okay. Well,
Cool. Since this is green, is this building also full of the ichor?
No.
Oh.
You're talking
I
about the
don't
the
think
hourglass.
running in there is a great idea.
Just a convenient prop.
Versus what?
Well, I guess if everybody's going to run in there, it's not a bad
We're
idea.
not running in, but I mean, versus what?
I will hobble in slowly.
Okay.
Okay.
So from where you're
I don't
standing right now, you do see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shadows up there, and you see Michaud up there as well.
I see Michaud. Which one is Michaud? Can just
not our Michaud. So
No, I know, but which of the little minis is Michaud? The shiny one?
The shiny blue.
So there's guys between us and Michaud, is what you're telling me.
Only like one.
Yes.
Just the one on the left right there?
Yeah. And it appears as though there is a certain amount of talking up top, but really it's mostly Michaud's voice.
Okay. I would say that like Keth and Bogey kind of plan this ahead of time. In that, hang on, what's Bogey's movement?
Probably 30 feet.
30 feet.
Evie, Terra Sentia's always been smutty.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say that this is exactly what happened. So Keth and Bogey were kind of like okay, like we're gonna just go in and try to just go straight for Rom if we can get him, and we see him right there. So we give each other a signal. Keth basically uses 50 feet of his movement to run right up.
Yeah, right up.
Right up to the fake Michelle.
Yeah.
Kind of just like they don't even see him coming. All of a sudden, he's just like right fucking there, and like even if I need to, like I can walk like up. Like I think you know what I do? I like kind of walk up a pillar so they don't see me come in at first, and then like walk around the top and just drop down right next to Michelle, or like walk along the wall or whatever.
Isn't that too far?
I have 70 feet of movement.
You're there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take 50 feet of movement to get up to the gazebo.
Right.
And then it's going to take another 50 feet of movement to get across, because you're basically coming from here all the way over to here.
Okay.
So I don't even think you can make it there on
without
time.
a double move.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have some movement to spare if you do a double move, but it's still going to dip into that, basically a dash action.
Okay. I will then bonus action dash up to him because I can do that with my boon that I have.
Okay. And you know,
Can I bless you first?
as you're doing that,
I was either going to double move or dash.
all of the shadows are sort of yelling in warning.
Right.
And you can see
Warning.
that Michaud, and I'm still gonna use, like it really just looks like Michaud. It doesn't look like Rom
Rom,
at all. As a matter of
right.
fact, you don't even know what Rom looks like. It looks like Michaud is like tracing a pattern on the ground, and he's beginning to say some words as his hand is on a certain number of writing, like a arch of writing that's actually on the stone. Right. And he it seems like he's saying some things over and over and over again underneath his breath.
Okay. Well, I'm literally going to run straight up to him, and I'm just going to, like, as I'm, like, running, I pull my staff out, and I kind of do that thing that, like, Keth loves to do, where he uses his momentum as he's running and pulls the staff out simultaneously and kind of puts his weight behind, like, his hit as he comes forward.
But what I'm saying is I don't think you can attack him.
I just bonus action dashed.
Wait, you bonus action dash.
Yeah,
With my boon, I can bonus action. Well, I didn't use a key point.
Oh, nice.
Because with my boon, I can bonus action dash or disengage.
Totally
once per
feel
day.
you. Yep.
So I don't bonus action dash. I'm right in his face,
Wait,
and I'm gonna.
with the inspiration.
Yes, you are.
I don't need an inspiration for that one. That's just one. That was one of the level 1 ones. It gave me 30 feet of movement, and
Nice.
Way to disrupt this jam.
and Keth 9 plus. I think does a fucking 14 hit.
A 14. So, your staff would have crashed right down on his head, but something unseen just shunts it out of the way.
Okay. Keth is not jarred by that at all, and is just I can't. I gotta use my bonus action. Okay, so Keth was a little bit surprised by that for sure, but out of nowhere, as Michaud is being distracted by Keth, an arrow just comes flying right past him because Bogey moved up close while Keth was distracting and shot within 80 feet. And is going to take a crossbow bolt shot right at him.
Yes.
And because it is because of the assassinate, during its first turn, the assassin has advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn. Any hit the assassin scores against a surprise creature is a critical hit. And so I'm gonna just take a swing.
Critical miss hit.
Shoot an arrow.
Advantage.
At advantage. And I believe sneak attack is coming into play here as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
15 plus a lot.
That's a hit.
15 plus 7.
Yep.
Turns out a lot is a hit.
All right, so it's gonna be 2d8. So that's gonna be a crit,
Definitely.
and that's gonna be 2d8 plus 8d6.
Is it a poisoned arrow?
Can I have some Yes, it is poison. Can I have some d6s? You only have one?
I'm a simple man.
How many more do you need?
I like when you ask that.
They have them.
And then I also get to add... Are you going to make a constitution saving throw
I
with
am
it?
not. Don't bother rolling the poison.
Okay, it doesn't help hurt you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that fistful of dice on the first turn.
That's why I really wanted to get there so Bogey could do the assassinate thing. I will sacrifice Keth for this much damage. 9 and
With you on
10, 19,
Joy's watching this like
21,
again.
27, 33. Sorry guys, you get to watch me do math.
I'm out.
40.
40. And then
pluses or
plus 6.
46?
I'm here 46.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with all
An
Any-
arrow just sticks right into his gut.
Any concentration saves, just in case? I don't know. It's
Good question.
Yeah, it's not easy to chant when there's blood coming out of your
At
mouth.
this point, no.
Okay.
noted.
And as the arrow pierces into his gut, Keth just kind of gives like him a knowing look that's like, yeah, I was a distraction.
Except it's like one of those when a cat falls over. Like, yes, I meant to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that like literally like Keth was coming in, and even though like it was sort of blocked, perhaps unexpected, it was still from the direction that caused him to kind of like flinch to the side, which is where the bolt came in.
Yeah.
Right? Like opened it up.
Bogey was
perfectly.
waiting right for that moment and took it.
And no matter how ready you
this
are,
way.
a 7'4" orc running toward you at full speed is gonna disturb you a little bit.
I'm like taller than that, but that's cool.
How tall are you?
I don't know. I think I'm 7'9".
Good God.
So
I'm 5 foot.
Where's Bogey?
Right. So Bogey moved
There-ish.
up closer. Well, not that close, just within 80 feet to shoot an arrow. So like They're probably... Bogey moved their movement.
That's farther than 80 feet, it feels like.
Well, you said I was 100 feet away to get to Michaud, and they have 30 feet of movement, so I figured whatever 30 feet is close enough.
So that'd be 70 feet.
That'd be like part way up this, right?
Okay. I totally, all that happens, there is one caveat to the whole thing.
Oh, are you going to take away some of my damage?
No, I'm not going to take away any damage. I'm going to ask you... Or wait.
Do you want to sacrifice somebody?
No, actually, never mind. Never
Who
mind.
shall die?
We'll keep that as it is. Time and Cleaver are up next.
Cleaver.
Me, Cleaver.
Hardly know her.
Cleaver's just going to move up next to Bogey and keep doing that process. If you don't mind rolling it there. And just will be on dodge. Like, kind of like sussing out what's kind of going on here.
Okay.
Time.
Can you lay Bogey down?
So, Time could see Michaud from where we were before this all thing happened. Still can, I think, but...
Time can see, yes.
Okay. Could Time read what was happening, or what Michaud on top of the fake Michaud, what Rom was saying with the that perception feat I have, like the ability to read lips. I'm curious if that would combine with understand languages at all, comprehend languages, at least in some level, but...
Read lips, combine. From the distance that you're at, I will allow it as an action as a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it just wouldn't even be possible.
Fair enough. I was just thinking for like the passive perception level, like what if I was picking that up, but that's fair.
Right.
No, I think I'd rather just like slam some things out. We know bad shit's happening, so we'll go from there.
Okay.
So that question is like, am I currently unseen because we were all sneaking up? Like they have in their scene, but are we still unseen where we're at because we're further back? Because we're sneaking up until they ran in.
So what happens with the spell? Because it was centered around you.
What spell?
Oh,
Cast Without a Trace.
Okay.
Yeah,
it goes 30 feet. So you guys aren't in your bubble of cloud darkness anymore, but we're still like in a Twilight City setting. So
they still don't know we're here until they see us.
Right, but they do know our party's bigger than just me.
Yeah, for sure. But like they don't know where we are yet.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm arguing for.
Yeah.
So
Me and an arrow.
If you think
so then yes,
you're
Yondu.
So with that level,
Yeah, that's so cool.
Time is firing off a second level chromatic orb at Rom.
And what's the distance on that?
90 feet. So I move up 10 feet. Because you're saying we were at 100 feet away.
I'm seeing your mini way over there.
I thought we were all kind of like on the edge of the circle. I know we're all like clustered there, but I thought we were on the edge of the circle there. Or am I close enough to move up 30 feet? And
They did.
Yeah,
he did say he was standing
cool.
next to me.
I do that. Yeah, I thought I was saying I was standing next to
we
them.
just don't have enough room to have all the minis in the same place.
Yeah, it's kind of clustered.
I am actually back here, though.
Cool.
Making out.
So I'm going to say that this is... did we... I forget, like... Cold was a thing that messed with the Blobtars. I'm trying to remember if that was a thing that we remembered. I thought
yes.
That's to the Quarter Kraken for sure, but I don't remember.
Yes, it was. I was listening to that episode this morning.
Cool.
I did my homework.
Nice. So firing up. Thank you. Firing off a cold ball of cold chromatic energy from my like diamond on my staff.
Okay.
At Rom or Michaud?
Yes, the Michaud Rom. That is 20 something to hit.
That's a hit.
Cool. Not a crit though, so it's not gonna be those crits.
I just crit on a 12.
It's not gonna be those crit
cool.
numbers. Should have.
Fucking
That is
sneaky bastards.
I totally forgot I wasn't drinking the yerba mate anymore, and that was... Sorry if anyone just... Old German is not that... It's good. I like Old German, but like...
Very
When you're thinking it's a
19
sour
points
tea...
of cold damage.
19 points.
I almost just spit it out. That's why I was
You
like...
hit which one?
Wrong.
Really
Just wrong.
unexpected.
Okay.
I mean, that was the plan, right?
I guess so.
Yep.
Pretty sure that was the plan. End.
Yeah, he looks really bad.
Good.
Yeah.
He should. Because now it's his turn.
And-
Joyel's dibs!
You even see a little bit of his skin start to not necessarily crawl, Keth, but like wave and undulate.
Okay.
It's the thing.
So,
Or he's turning back into himself.
Or both.
Can't keep the glamour up.
What is the shapeshifter's true form?
So he
Pudding.
finishes what he was saying. And let's see where.
I'm in his grill.
Okay. So he finishes what he's saying underneath his breath and finishes a tracing pattern. And as a matter of fact, I'll actually allow you an attack of opportunity if you'd like, because he's concentrating fully on like finishing this.
Oh, I'm taking it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do
Yeah,
it.
like I'm hitting him.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't want him to finish this regardless, you know? Like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. Kick him in the balls.
Please. Also, you have your inspiration just in case.
In those shape-shifty balls.
I'm going to use my boon of luck that I get once per day and add a d10 to this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's another one of the boons I got from the chieftains of old.
Nice.
Ooh.
So that is
12.
a 12 plus 5, 17.
17's a hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Punch him in the
Thank
gut.
you, boon of luck.
Yay.
And what kind of staff are you using?
I am using a quarterstaff. Well, and actually I have that staff you gave me, the staff of immovability.
Okay.
And I'm doing it still two-handed, I guess.
Okay.
It's
That's
made
what
of
I was
magic
doing
staff.
before.
Mhm.
It's made of...
It's a magic staff, yeah. It's a magic staff.
It's made of teak.
I think it's actually made of mycelium.
Oh.
And that's going to be
Teak ceiling?
plus 3.
I'm gonna save that for later.
7 damage, Bill.
7 damage.
7 magical staff damage.
Okay.
My favorite kind.
Magical
You
staff.
whack him over the head,
Hard.
and I mean really hard. And there's just blood like pouring into kind of his eye, and it's causing him to blink a lot. But then in that moment, the moment your staff connects with him, something erupts from his body and basically rapidly crawls up your staff and onto your body and essentially like ravages your entire body. And it's moving quickly.
It is the thing.
It's moving quickly, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
You
Got this, buddy.
I know, right?
Wait, did you roll your...
I'm Dexy. Come on, Kath.
Only get that
Be
after a long
Dexy.
rest. We used it already. We haven't had a long rest.
Oh, fuck. I'm just going to straight up use my inspiration on that, Bill.
I straight up think that's a good idea.
That is still not great. That is an 18.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because inspiration, you add the 10.
Yeah,
Flip,
you're
flip.
like,
Forgot
are you
about that.
fucking lying?
I was
That's what you
like,
were just thinking, were you? I got a
what?
3 plus 10 plus 5.
Excuse me,
I was like,
line way better than that.
I mean, I know I didn't really do that great in Math 95, but I'm pretty sure 3 plus 5 is not 18.
But plus 10 is.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you get on your date? Your
Verifies.
save?
An 18?
Yep.
If an 18 doesn't save, I don't even know what I could have done.
Okay, cool.
Rolled higher.
So
Will's across from me, viewers. I'm not flipping you off.
So this energy crawls up and just ravages your entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you pulled away quicker than it needed to like fully take you over.
Mm-hmm.
So you take.
Why are you double rolling d10s?
It's 40-10.
I'm gonna die.
60-10.
60-10. That's not a real number.
60-10 Dylan. Wait, it is in French, right? 420s. 420-10s.
French is the worst.
Oh, no.
Half of 37.
Just to be clear,
that
viewers,
is 18.
my health is 39. So if that had actually hit me,
Yeah,
so,
18 damage.
18 damage?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at me in the quick math.
Look at you and
So-
your healing spells.
That was
Well, yeah, but I
so
haven't
just
done it yet.
just for funsies. That was Rom's version of poisonous hellish rebuke.
Gross.
Wait,
Didn't
can
like
you
it.
hellish rebuke an
Is it
attack of
re-
opportunity?
It's a reaction.
I thought you can only take reactions not against a reaction.
Nope.
Because you can counterspell a counterspell. It's
Yep.
kind of terrible.
Yeah.
but
That
then,
is that's weird.
then everyone loses their reaction.
But you only get one
Wow,
reaction,
so-
right? So
Actually, Rom just went, right? That was on Rom's turn.
Correct.
Right? Okay, so yeah.
I just got an attack of opportunity because Rom was so distracted. Bill let me
Yeah.
hit
And
him.
Rom actually never took his last attack of opportunity. So anyway, it's now Rom's turn. You took that AO, right?
Mm-hmm.
He finishes his whatever ritual, and suddenly the entire midpoint the circular midpoint, and you can even see kind of how I drew it on there, that sort of circle right here, begins to sink into itself and become a pit. And I then need you to make a dexterity saving throw because it's basically creating the pit right where you're standing. Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Can I make it an advantage because of my slippers?
You should be able to. They can climb anything.
They can climb anything, but that requires that you know that you have to be climbing. So I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I just assume you always think you're climbing the ground.
Ooh. Oh, I think I made it.
Yeah, perfect.
17 plus
22?
5. Yeah, 22.
So
You just go, nope.
yeah, well, you do one of those like, oh god, and then step to the
Can
side.
I say I actually like do like a weird cat move where I kind of jump up and like my feet just attach to something random? I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm just like...
It's Rom's face.
So there's a stairwell that is basically that opened up and is going down like into the gazebo, and at first you look like it was some kind of a technological build that allowed this to happen, but the more you look at it, the more it looks like it was like a stone shape.
Okay. And I can jump up on that.
Jump up on what?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anything.
You're actually up on
the staircase.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Sideways.
then Rom looks at you with definitely like it's Michaud's face, right? With a bloodied face, and his head sort of like caved in a bit.
Mm-hmm. Like he should be dead, is what you're trying to get across to me? And how is he still standing?
And he looks at you and he winks at you with his only good eye. And he says, "Come, follow me. I want you to come with me." And he starts making his way down the stairs.
Like into the pit?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Is he... I guess I can't have another attack of opportunity against him. I want one, Bill.
Yeah, I know you do. And so that is Rom's turn. We're going to go...
So is Rom now in the pit?
He's starting to go down the
far?
stairs.
You cannot see him.
Dicks.
Keth can see.
No, you can't see Dix either.
That's just because I'm wearing pants.
I was talking about Delvashine's lair.
Without them, I'm a tripod. I have a third leg. It's kind of a problem.
Oh, we're still talking about it.
You started
Joy, what are you doing?
Joy was gonna fucking destroy Rom, but I guess not anymore. Joy isn't gonna fucking do anything. Joy's gonna move up a little bit. Do I? How far is...
if you have a spell that's just an area of effect, you just drop it on the region. You don't have to see Rom. Just drop it on the area.
Yeah, I don't, though. No. He became a non-combative person after his youth. He was like
shattered.
With some pretty good
Where did that go?
combat spells, but...
Well, Yeah. So those other guys up there are still minions, right? Mm-hmm. Are the minions still up there?
Oh, yeah.
The shadowy...
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Shadowy
yeah,
fellers?
Totally. As a matter of fact, could you take Rom's little minion, just take it off the board, or put it right directly in the center? That actually makes more sense.
Boop.
For right now.
But his minions have not gone down the pit yet.
That's true.
Okay, which one of them looks like... Well, I knew all these people, so I don't want to straight up murder them.
I want to casually side murder them?
I want to knock them unconscious, is the main thing. And be like,
doing that.
Hey buddy, stop. In the name of the law. So I'm going to spiritual weapon in the shape of a hammer. Cool. No, in the shape of my branch. Because you know what? I've bonded with my branch at this point.
For the record, spiritual hammer cannot knock anybody unconscious. It'll just straight kill them. You can only knock them unconscious with melee weapons.
Yeah, this is a melee weapon just from range. Well, it works as a melee weapon. It works as a melee weapon.
Where's your character right now?
Right here.
Okay.
Boop.
Cool. Range
and I have a range of 120 feet.
Evie, come back.
Not for spiritual.
We'll bring Dix.
Spiritual
like
weapon? 25 feet.
60 feet, and then spell sniper is double range.
Oh, nice.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Does spell sniper work for that kind of spell? I thought it's only for ones that require attack rolls.
I don't know.
Spell Sniper is only for attack rolls.
Yeah.
But spiritual weapon is an attack roll.
No, it brings in a weapon.
Brings in a weapon. It manifests at that location, and then it does an attack roll, but it's not like you're firing it at something.
Yes.
That's how I would read the
Got it.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I would love for you to do that.
But you could double move and cast it because it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my ass
Nice.
part of the way
it's
up.
a good.
I'm gonna be standing on
first
top
move
of
for
the
where you're at.
crown because that's not weird at all.
That is not
That's Joy.
you.
You're the little.
That is
You're
yes,
the little.
that is you.
Sorry, I just
I'm
smacked you like 4 times.
I could not see myself behind this tower.
You're the cowboy.
Yeah, I'm a cowboy. Yes. So yeah, now I'm gonna. Well, I just don't have enough range.
Well, how much was?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
60
just
feet.
cast it in the
No,
middle. Yeah, you're
I
fine.
can go after that guy.
Mhm.
Shoo. Yeah.
And then just pick a little something for your spiritual weapon, like that little gem or
I
something.
really
like that.
appreciate your diplomacy.
Oh
Joy.
yeah.
Here, use
Well,
this.
yeah, my diplomacy is knocking people unconscious.
Put it where it is.
Dwarf diplomacy.
It's aggressive negotiations.
Knock him out. Sort it out later.
Oh yes. No.
Don't put it next to you. Put it next to.
I didn't.
They just dropped
fell.
it.
Yeah. We all go back there. This goes back here.
Fisher, you're like a bull in a china shop on the mini board.
It's difficult.
Let me just-
Okay. I've been awake for a long time. I guess you have to.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Yes.
Joy, you moved up your full movement essentially,
Yes.
and
Double.
you cast spiritual weapon on whom?
On squiggly blue
Roll
guy.
your attack roll.
Yep. That's 15 plus
Your spellcasting
5. So yeah, 20.
20?
20.
It's a dirty
Yes.
20 bill.
Yeah, still too long.
That is going to hit. Specifically, that hits. Give me a second.
Jill, a single mother of the group, who was just trying to feed her family back at home.
Oh my god, how'd you know?
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
gonna try
that
and kill them.
hits one of the shadows by the name of Taliesin.
Taliesin? He was a dick anyways.
Fuck Taliesin.
Do you know how many times he beat me in our fantasy dwarfball league?
Bag of dicks.
At least once.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a
kind
lot
of
of
rugged.
damage.
He's got white skin, a little bit of a
not a lot of
psoriasis thing
damage.
going on, sort of an oblong face, massive build.
Okay. So he thick.
What's that?
He thick.
Thick, okay.
Cool. Okay,
Porcelain,
that's 10 damage
psoriasis
against
skin is
that
your thing?
individual.
10 damage.
Yep.
Thick.
Got it.
But 10 blunt damage.
Like
I
smoking
could use
it.
some blunt damage.
I
Hey.
don't get it.
All right,
It's
Elon.
okay. You're not 21 yet. We are fully legal.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and then Michelle. Forgot about him.
Yeah, you gotta do something
What
for
is
him.
Michelle
too.
gonna do?
Well,
Michelle's
I'll,
gonna...
I'll actually tell you because honestly, Michaud would not, in any way, shape, or form, harm these people. He would try to
He's just trying to take out
get up in
Ron,
their
right?
grill and try
Yes.
to convince them that this is madness, this is folly. Look, I'm right here.
Look,
that
you can
kind
use
of
Michelle
thing.
for diplomacy. There you go.
Yay! Okay, Michelle moves up. He's like... He's over here, for one, which is not great, because that's by a couple of the sentient blobtars. But he's like, my friends, it is I.
Well, don't draw attention to
It
the
is not
blockers.
that one. Well, he's yelling at those guys. The blobtars will already know he's there, he assumes. He's been fighting these guys for a couple months. I am the real Michaud, not that nerd.
Hoser.
I will prove it. I will cut off the tip of my small finger.
Ferg yells, maybe don't do that.
Fine. I don't actually have the cards for this guy, so I don't know what his spells do. What is?
Well, just list the spells.
Flame Blade.
Flame Blade essentially just creates like a blade of flame in his
It's
hand.
a melee weapon.
Yep.
I mean, that,
Does it stick
It works
around,
really
though?
well. Yeah, it
you
does.
should do that.
Yeah, he's going Flame Blade, though.
If you're trying to like prove something, like I'm Michaud, that's like a pretty classical like Michaud, like his flame. Like I feel like Daniel used it every time he was playing Michaud, like flame weapon.
Sweet,
yeah.
Flame Blade.
That's
I'm
like
gonna
a
Flame
solid
Blade.
like. Oh, I'm Michaud. Look, I have my flame blade. You
Yeah,
know
what
what
could
I
I
mean?
bring to the party?
Ooh,
Yeah.
what color flame is it?
I mean, right? It's true.
What is it
True, it's
burning? What kind of resource is it burning?
Magic.
Magic. Oh, it can be any color. It's a white flame. No, that's tacky. It's red.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just gonna...
How about red with like white like?
That was a roller coaster of flame-based emotions.
Oh, yeah.
And who is he talking
Also,
to?
still tacky.
Well,
Yeah,
he can't really
tacky.
see anyone because... Oh, I
Okay,
guess
well
20
then
feet up
why
and
is
50
he
feet.
making a speech? To
Well,
no
no,
one?
he could see them over here. They're obscured more from here. He can't see them through the darkness.
Okay.
He can't make out individual form through
Okay.
the darkness, but he knows that these are his people.
Well, he has dark vision, so he can kind of.
Fuck, you're right.
He's an orc.
Yes. Never mind. He's just yelling at this guy. I don't know.
He's like, friends, I know you're in there.
You,
Gregory!
in particular.
It is I!
Check out my
So
flame
name
blade in the
calls.
night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, make a diplomacy or make a persuasion check.
Oh boy. 1.
Okay.
Does not work.
You just think that maybe being more face to face is definitely going to be more impactful.
Seems accurate.
Thanks, Michelle.
So after Joy and Michaud, the shadows. So first and
The
foremost,
shadows of the night.
let's move Lee up. So put Lee and have her start to work her way up on the ladder there. So she's right about there.
Climbing the ladder of success.
No, please.
Second of all, let's. These two folks here, they are going to head down the stairwell after Rom.
The 2 glowing happy suns?
Correct.
Cool. Sunshine Brigade.
Can I get an attack? Oh, I already used my reaction.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn it.
That's
I just want to hit everything.
I know.
I want to hit it all.
say yes.
Oh no, I
know.
wasn't.
But I'm like lawful neutral. I can't help it.
I like
gonna
pause
use a
neutral.
dude.
I would say
I
I'm
have
a
to
mix
be
of
honest.
lawful evil and chaotic good.
I'm like the person who always like tells on myself. Ever since I was a kid. I'm just like, but
Yeah.
I can't actually do that because of this.
Me too.
I can definitely do things.
I was a kid that refused to be blamed for random acts of fate and still got in trouble for it.
Oh. But Mom, inherent randomness in the universe.
God, Mom, entropy, look it up.
Look it up, Mom. Oh my God. Oh, I need such a fucking badge.
And suddenly you're like a lumpy space princess.
Fucking right. I'm more obsessed with Lola from Big Mouth nowadays, but I can't do that justice. Oh, Nick Kroll can do that justice. It's so good. All right. So the 2 shadows that are right there, and I will actually give
Which ones?
I will give it slight description. One has cropped straight white hair, green eyes, and sort of an edgy, beautiful face.
Hot.
And the other one has a bald. Her head is bald. She has gray eyes, and she's kind of a beefy human being. And they both make their way down the stairs. And Keth, you hear the telltale signature of healing being cast.
That sucks.
Doesn't it? So then,
So you just drop
this one here is getting bombarded by the spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So.
Does spiritual weapon get an attack of opportunity?
Nope.
Lame.
So that one is going to rush over to Keth
No, leave Keth
and
alone.
attack Keth.
Of course he is.
Of course I am.
Which is that one's name again?
That one is Taliesin.
Taliesin, yeah. I was like, it's not Taliesin, but it's
Yeah.
similar.
I just one of Critical Role's members. His name is Taliesin, and it's a fucking cool ass name. I'm just saying.
Good name.
Like his actual person. His name in real life is Taliesin. It's kind of neat.
It's a good name.
name's
So
What's up with that?
comes at you like a bat out of hell.
I did.
With a short sword. And are you
Ooh.
hit by a 22?
No.
No.
Nah.
Okay, I'm going to turn that no into a yes.
Oh.
Not a popular thing to do. Just saying. But
I'm super hit.
super hit.
16.
Tell yourself.
Max damage for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Sorry. Was that laugh
That
out
was a
loud?
third of my health, in case anyone was
Yep.
curious.
That's still serious.
I mean, Joy was curious and Joy did something else.
They weren't close enough to do anything to me, I don't think.
So
Was one of the issues. I'm like
Oh, to you? No.
up in the bullshit. And they have short legs.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about the short legs.
this one here,
I can only move 25 feet. So a double move is
this
real
one
short.
here
Yes. Is also going to attack me?
has a short bow out
Dick.
and is going to fire twice at you. Keth.
At me?
Yes, at Keth.
Okay.
You're
I
really
don't have any fucking reactions, damn it.
well. You're the only by the way, he
Well, Bogey's definitely close enough to get shot by an arrow. Throwing that out there, because if they can shoot a light crossbow. But Feel you.
Throw the NPC under the bus.
Bogey has a lot of health.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a lot of health.
Grab.
Sorry, I'm looking
Healing
at
word.
my
Whoops.
things right now.
But if you want to hit me with Bill, I'm cool with it.
So this
I'm
is
not.
no,
Leave
I know.
my Kef
Well, I
alone.
definitely am firing at you.
Yeah.
So this is a scout that has curly black hair, is a dwarf, and kind of like as he moves, kind of makes slight sort of grunting sounds.
Oh, that's like how I move.
That's adorable. And
Gave you something.
firing at you twice.
Next time.
Either of them hit?
It works best.
My highest roll is a 10.
No, definitely
Yeah,
not.
so fires twice and kind of whizzes by, almost even hits Taliesin, and Talison's like, what the fuck?
Dude!
I'm sorry, this shit's weird.
Yeah.
Bro, what the fuck?
So
Alright.
I will then say that 2 shots come from somewhere kind of airborne at Bogenschultz, and 2 at Time. From where they're, let's see, yes. Each shot will be at a disadvantage for reasons I will not disclose. So, Bogenschultz. Is Bogey hit with a 17?
I think so. Yes.
Okay, so Bogenschultz is hit once. For 5 points of damage. And then Time. Are you hit by a 15?
Yep.
And also, if you're hit by a 15, you're going to be hit by that. You got any concentration spells up?
Nope.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
currently.
7 points of damage and 3 points of damage.
Okay. Does my passive perception of 20 tell me where this came from?
Yes.
I mean, I know where it came from now. Yeah, that's kind of how the rules work. But yeah, do I see what shot me? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of them.
Somewhere up in this building, and someone up here.
Yeah.
And then actually, I'm just going to do this. A little random roll here. So this one. I would say at this point, no one probably sees that guy coming. Five, 6, 7.
Yeah, shout out to people.
Get up on the platform and speechify.
Yeah.
I thought slicing off my pinky would work.
Why? What is your logic in that? Does Michaud just is he a lizard? Does he grow back his appendages? Look, I'm Michaud.
I am willing to sacrifice for my people.
I mean, but the other Michaud just took a dent to the face and a huge arrow in the gut. So
I think a flaming sword.
What's Michaud's wisdom?
yeah.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
Just by watching his face ripple, you think that, in addition to, you heard Experience Joy Within Sorrow talk about how Rom was most likely a shapeshifter. If you think this is the person that you think it is, this person is probably a shapeshifter. But you also kind of up close, got the distinct impression that this was a very powerful spellcaster.
Okay.
But not like that.
I mean, yeah, I freaking hit him in the head, and then his body reacted and tried to eat me. So yes, powerful spellcaster.
Yeah. The last thing that I'm gonna do for shadows, time. So,
It is time.
it is time. Give me a second. I gotta open a thing.
Although, thank goodness you rolled ass on that, like, that reaction spell. Because that would have done a lot of damage if those D10s had actually rolled anything high.
What's that?
Oh, your reaction spell. To only do 37 points of damage off of, like, what was that, 8 rolls?
Yeah, it was pretty beefy. You have been, trailing certain people and also leading certain people. You're kind of right in the middle of everybody. You have a distinct eye on, like, kind of everything that's moving, both in sort of the future and the past. It's kind of giving you a wide breadth of awareness right now. The arrows that came out of nowhere, one of them you saw coming from like a mile away, and by a mile I mean like a minute away. Mm-hmm. And but inside of all of that, you keep looking back to like a very, very different Morel that is sort of following you like a shadow. And I don't mean like Michaud's shadows, I mean an actual shadow. Mm-hmm. And it's got to be some kind of a horrible hallucination. Nobody can bleed that much from their neck. And with hollow eyes and that blood just coursing and coursing, she says to you,
nobody makes me bleed,
but not in Morel's voice at all.
We only want to glimpse the heart of the wild. There is so much to learn from world to world. Do you not agree?
I miss my friend.
I am your friend. We are all the same.
And it reaches out to touch you.
Is that a drink?
Are you touched by a 19?
Yes. Drink anyway.
And let's see. Joy. You see Morel.
What? Just Joy? Okay.
Joy is the only one that has true sight.
So that means Morel's actually there, right?
Apparently.
Something's actually been fucking with you. Not just your mind, like it's there.
I mean, I've been aware of this.
You take 21 points of necrotic damage.
I'm barely up.
Oh boy. Good thing I'm closest to you.
And you saw that happen?
I guess so.
Well, fuck.
Over there.
And that is that.
Yeah, that's far enough.
I catch my own hellish rebuke.
I'm okay. I made my mistake. No, I'm kidding. Shadows are now done. Ferg and Zeph.
Oh, that's right. Ferg and Zeph.
What you gonna hit?
So do we have to go up the stairs, or can we just go up the side of the platform? Like, is it shallow that we can just rush in? It's fine.
The side of the platform would take an athletics check to actually climb. It's not. It's certainly not vertical at all. It's just not practical.
So from where Ferg is, if I do a double move,
where is Ferg, by the way?
Ferg is
right
hiding
there?
behind the edge of the tree.
Yes, got it.
So if I do a double move, can I just get to the very edge of the...
Like here? Or here?
I want to get right there. Just go.
Yes. However, you are running directly past one of those pustule-ridden dwarves.
Yeah, cool, that's fine.
Okay.
Smash it. Stone pencil that bitch.
As you are running past it, it will take an attack of opportunity.
As we were doing that to get up to the edge, we're also bonus action raging so that its AO is at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't know why I was rolling advantage for athletics check. That's a 20 for my athletics.
Are you hit by a 14?
Yes, we are hit by a 14.
I should have cast Bark Skin on you.
Mm.
I guess I still can. Got a lot of charges.
So we there.
You take 12 points of necrotic damage.
And I don't get to have that.
Ooh.
But I got where I wanted to be, so
Okay.
Sorry about you.
Oh, you're
things.
I want to do it again. I don't know. I'm just...
Yep. So that's
yeah.
Ferg.
Spend the day with that too.
Zeph.
33.
I missed you.
So Zeph is gonna move. Where would 30 feet put Zeph?
Next to Michelle.
So right there.
Mm.
But we're staying far enough away from Mr. Pustuli to not get any splashback.
Zeph is a fighter?
Zeph is a knight.
Yeah.
A knight?
Well, I mean, he's using knight stats, but essentially he's just a warrior.
Yeah. Zeph's a clan warrior.
Yeah, I would even say that Zeph could have a decent handful of javelins if he wanted to, like 3.
Oh.
Okay.
That would make that would make a whole lot of sense for Zeph.
That totally makes sense. So 3 javelins, his spear, and his heavy crossbow. Can I say that because Ferg is carrying so many? Never mind, I'm not saying that. I didn't say anything. So
Don't
since we get to make 2 melee attacks as Zeph, we're gonna throw 2 javelins at Mr. Blobby Grossy Gross.
Consistent.
Yeah.
They're slow though.
Their AC is like 9 or 8 or...
So those are 11. Or no, that's the spear.
On a 0 to 20, they're an 8 out of easiness to hit.
Yeah.
Javelins, you get to add your strength bonus instead of your dexterity bonus.
So that would be a 9 to hit on both of those.
No,
Are you on Wi-Fi here?
What's our normal plus 5? So it'd be still plus 5. So.
It'd still be plus 5?
Yeah, because that's proficiency. Yeah.
Oh, so 11 to hit on both
You
of those.
hit on both.
I thought I was rolling that right.
Yep.
And javelins are a d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
Somebody has all the d6s.
I gave them back. I just couldn't reach all the way.
Halfway.
They're halfway back.
Halfway back, yeah.
They're in the halfway home. For troubled dice.
I appreciated your D6s. I roll highest on the sparkly. I rolled highest on the sparkly one.
Sweet. I'm glad that somebody else rolls high on these.
You were saying?
I was saying exactly what I meant. So it is hit with a 5 and a 6.
Damage.
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you get
Plus
your
3 each.
strength bonus.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
11 total.
11 to hits, 11 damage. Fair enough.
Consistent.
Yeah, right?
Yes. So 2 of the javelins just strike into its sort of like blobby, sort of droopy body, and it just solidly just thuds into it.
I'm gonna give it a complex.
It keeps moving at pretty much the normal speed.
Yeah.
And of course the normal speed is very slow.
Yeah. Hit by a
These creatures are a little faster than the blobtars, but not by much.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Zeph doing anything else?
That was
Weeping.
full movement,
Dodge?
dose attacks.
Oh, he threw the 2 javelins.
Yeah, multi-attack. This leadership thing, is that... It doesn't say if it's a bonus or anything. I can just yell.
It's an action.
Okay.
Yeah. If it doesn't say
that's-
what it is, then it's an action.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Sweet. Cool. Yeah, we're done.
Okay. So on the initiative, there's a thing called the Tanaruk. So you hear that bestial roar again. Will, I would like you to roll a d10 for me, please.
2.
So you hear a bestial roar and then the screams of someone getting devoured.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Most beasts tend to sleep after they eat, so we can just...
Yeah, I'm fine to just write this off.
This is Joy in character.
Okay.
I don't... Time, you could have sworn that you saw this massive, very spiky-looking, grossly larger than normal orc-sized behemoth come out of nowhere, with a gigantic sort of greatsword that seems to be made more of a fused thorny briar than anything else. And it basically takes its greatsword and it wraps it from behind around one of the shadows, the bandits, and then just basically grabs it by the neck, and you hear him screaming, and then his head just goes and comes off. And then it begins to sort of eat off of the neck stump.
Yeah, see, it'll be distracted for a while, and then it'll nap.
But the thing that really startles you is that you...
That didn't.
Well, the thing that really makes you think twice is that you didn't see where this thing came from. It just came from. So that is where we leave that. We're back to Keth and Bogey, top of the round.
Okay. So I'm guessing Keth can't see that big creature, only time saw that. My perception's too low.
From
you probably heard some screams
from where you're at, and from the projection of its roar. I'm gonna say you totally. If you basically just look off to your right,
and I see it,
there it is.
Okay.
Keep in mind you're also 20 feet above it too.
I have a legitimate question, Bill. When I look down into the pit, how far down did Michaud get? Can I see him still?
Michaud got 30 feet down, and then his sort of healer servants came down there and sort of met him down there too.
But I can't see him.
You can't see Michaud?
Yeah, well, I'm above him in the pit, right?
You absolutely can see Michaud. Michaud's got a little cover, but yeah, you can see him.
All right, Bill. Here's what I want to do. I want to use 6 of my charge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to do this before you took your turn. There's something that being up on this platform, you see that this gazebo is in its own way very much covered by tons of it's not obvious. It's not super bulky or obvious fungi, but it's got this lace of fungi that's just everywhere. And you realize that if you were to use your whatchamacallit, gosh darn it.
My staff?
Both?
No, your
bikinis?
you're listening.
Okay.
That you think that you could do a very rare ability that you've seen orcs do, which is basically travel from fungi to fungi.
Like to get in front of him?
Yeah. No, not to get not necessarily get in front of him, because you can't see if there's any fungi down there.
Yeah.
But essentially, pretty much the spell called Tree Stride.
Mm-hmm. So I can use a key point and kind of basically do a different version of Step on the Wind? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Hey guys.
Our followers.
What's that?
So I can basically use one of my key points to listen, but do a different version of Step on the Wind. Is that kind of what you're saying?
No, you can literally do Tree Stride.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But it's specific because of the environment I'm in.
Correct.
This isn't something I can do all the time.
Correct.
Right. And would I do that as an action or I'd have to look up Tree Stride? It's just literally Tree Stride?
It would be an action.
Okay.
You don't have to look it up. It's essentially, think of it as just a teleport.
Okay.
The movement action?
You're just teleporting from a patch of fungi to a patch of fungi.
That's really good to know. But before I move out of sight of the Michaud people,
Yes.
I want to basically... I'm going to use 6 of my staff charges, and I'm going to create a wall of thorns in front of them on the staircase. So they can't go down any further.
Mm-hmm.
Can you center it on
In fact,
Rom?
I can circle them in it on the stairwell, if that makes sense too. So even if they want to come up or down, it's going to hurt them.
So the stairwell is too narrow to actually create a circle around them.
Okay. It doesn't have to be a circle. It can be just like, I can just make a wall up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick.
Uh-huh.
That is thick. Okay.
So I will make I basically will do it in front of them,
Dumb
like
thick.
across the corridor, as thick as possible. Like, I'm making, like, they can't, I don't want them to go down the staircase anymore. I don't want to use wall of thorns to do that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 78 piercing damage, or half as much on a successful one.
That's so much.
Well, it's like mega staff.
I want to drop it in their face, so it's in their area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show.
It's kind of like partially on them, but like 4 feet of it is past them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Can you then move it and then like?
I can't move it. No,
Okay.
I don't have that much control. It's something that one of my boons is getting.
Wait, does Michaud have?
So basically, the fact that you're making it just on the other side of basically Rom, like going down the steps, it's only really going to affect Rom.
That's okay.
So what's my DC and what saving throw do I have to roll?
Your DC is you're gonna make a. Sorry, I just looked at it. Hang on. You were gonna make a Dex saving throw, and I'm just gonna use my keyed save, which is a 12, because I don't really know. I don't have a spell casting, so.
Dex saving throw.
Well, it's from the staff normally, right? Isn't that...
Yeah, but I don't. What would I use for my? Yeah, it's from the staff. So what would you use to make a save against it? Like it's not something Keth can do.
It's your save.
Okay.
But I don't have a magic save, so it's
So
just my key.
Yeah, it would be like your key save.
Okay, so 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense for everybody, right? As far as saves go.
So you said DC 12.
Yeah.
Okay, I made the save.
Okay, you're still gonna take half damage.
Cool.
Can I have some d8s? I need-
Yeah, so that's actually the super huge boon about staffs for especially for magic users is that the staff, like a lot of magic items use a static DC, but for staves they use the magic user's DC. No matter like if they just keep going up level and like get a higher DC, like their staff follows
That's
suit.
pretty cool. Oh my god, that's a lot of dice.
That's
Oh yeah, you didn't. Yeah, this was the
16.
This was like the
Mega. Yeah.
meat cleaver that happened like a couple sessions ago.
Yeah, the grinder.
the meat
Yeah, the meat
cleaver.
grinder.
Yeah.
16. Hang
Gotta
on, guys.
make
I
some-
need a math. 1 second.
Yeah.
23,
Gotta make some
26,
sausage.
32, 38, 43 again. That's my number tonight.
Ooh.
Sweet.
43 damage, half. So you're going to take 21.
Yee. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
21, I think it's piercing. If that matters to you.
21 chest stabbing.
Piercing damage, yep.
So the fact
So-
that I made my deck save, how does that affect which side of the wall I'm on?
So basically, at this point, hang on.
I mean, you would.
A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. So your movement is quartered. And then, if you enter the wall or end your turn there, you have to make another dex save. So at the beginning of your turn, you can move away from it if you want to, but if you decide to keep going through it, you're going to have to make another dex save. And you're doing quarter damage if you decide to move, or quarter movement if you're just trying to move through it.
So how long did you make it so that it's going down the stairs?
Like how thick is the quarter? That's a good question, because I guess I could
5 feet.
So I can make it 5 feet this way and then just do like 60 feet down.
Yes.
Oh shit! Yeah. No, there's no.
There is no reason you can't.
Not.
That fits the dimension.
There is a reason you can't, and that's you can't see all the way down there.
Okay, well, as far as I can go, I would do 5 feet thick as far as I can go.
It's basically like because it's spiraling down, you can basically do like 5 feet across and then like 10 feet down until you lose.
Okay, that's
Well,
that's cool.
wouldn't you just have to see where it starts and then it goes?
No, I think you have to see the full, because you're shaping the wall with your spell, right? So like you have to see the whole wall you're shaping.
Yeah, you just do a little math, a little trick.
Keth isn't that smart, but that's fair.
Wait, what is your intelligence?
Low. It's 11.
Not that smart.
That's not
11 is above average.
11 means that you can do calculus, you just struggled with it. However, a 23 intelligence.
If I had cast that, I would have been like Fibonacci all the way down.
Boom. Spirals for days.
Okay, so they have 10 feet of it to move through if they want to get out forward.
What is that one that's
basically.
not Fibonacci but works the same way?
And then Bogey
That's the same one. It's like
is... Well, hang on. Keth's about done, I guess. So Keth did that, and then he is going to basically just turn and go to the one that he saw the spiritual weapon appear next to. Like, he's going to just move down the stairs. And I'm going to try to just punch this one in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use a key point to make that a flurry of blows.
ooh.
Wait, that's Bogey?
No, it's me. I'm just finishing my turn.
Oh,
I
got
still
it.
have move. That was my action. I still have movement, and I have my bonus action.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna do 2 punches to the face.
Good.
1-2 punch. That is a 13, and that is a 9. Do either of them hit?
The 13 hits for sure.
Okay. And then that I do not hit that hard yet. That is 3 plus 3. It's gonna be 6 damage. And because I hit on my flurry of blows, you have no reactions until your next turn. And I'm gonna need you to make a Dex save, or you're knocked prone.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are they close enough to the edge that could knock them
That's
off
a
the edge?
12. I could have pushed them away, I guess.
No. If y'all want to knock them off of... Because there's railings around this too, so there's that. But if you
okay.
wanted to knock them off the edge, it would be like a shove.
Yeah.
Okay.
action.
Well, my other option is the strength saver.
If only anyone was good at that.
I got an 11.
So you didn't make it, so you're knocked prone.
Okay.
And as that one's kind of like being engaged by Keth and going prone, like out of nowhere, you just see a fucking crossbow bolt come flying right as Keth punches him.
Okay.
And Bogey is gonna shoot.
Did you
just take him off the board. He's dead.
I just crit.
Yeah, nat 20. Bogey's...
Do you want to roll your damage?
I don't need to roll like 12 dice again,
Yeah.
but
Did that do a double critical?
Whoa.
You always roll 12 times.
Is
He's
that
gonna
double critical?
die.
Huh?
Can you get double criticals?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Keth is even kind of shocked. Like, as he punches this person and they're falling towards the ground, he just, like, sees an arrow just, like, pierce right into his neck. And you just see Keth's, like, shocked face as, like, it falls to the ground dead. He's kind of just like,
Kill Stew!
You look over at Bogey, and he mouths the words, "You will always be my friend."
That's so much worse than I was
and then
expecting.
as Bogey mouths those words, Bogey's gonna move up into the fray because Bogey...
Meanwhile, Michelle's like, we mean you no harm!
Yeah. Michelle was like, no!
And Bogey's gonna
Tillian!
move 30 feet
Well,
in.
fuck that guy.
And that is where we will end our turn. I can't believe I crit. That was great.
That was your face.
Before you end your
Fucking
turn,
awesome.
make a dexterity saving throw.
For Bogey or for Keth?
For both, actually.
Okay. Bogey's the pretty, like, fancy die.
They're both fancy.
Well, this
yeah,
one's
which
like...
one's fancier.
This one.
Okay.
This is the one I always roll for Keth. Keth got a 24.
Okay.
Bogey did not get a 24. Bogey got
Oh, yeah, also more hit points. So let's see what happens.
a 9.
Oh,
So
that's fine.
Bogey actually slips on a patch of slime and goes prone at the end of their turn.
After being super badass, they just like run up onto the gazebo and banana peel it.
I will always be your friend. Oh, God!
Black ice is no joke.
Time and Cleaver.
Yeah,
Rip
no,
Cliff.
No kidding. All right, so I mean, Cleaver would follow Bogey up into the fray right now. But there's no... Wait, which one is... Yeah, there we go, Cleaver. Hold on, these guys should be down so we see where they are. But also is down... It's confusing. There you go, on top of him. I don't think there's anybody that Cleaver could reach. Right? I think it just took movement to get up to Bogey, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say that Cleaver is sort of like on dodge and trying to take position over a fallen Bogey to kind of like protect in terms of like body level.
Well, they get their
Bogey's come back.
That
footing
makes a lot
again?
of sense.
Get ready to
Yeah.
get up.
Can he pick Bogey up?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Strength check.
I mean, maybe. Bogey's just a lot bigger than him.
I think it's better for him to go on dodge and then also try and provide some
Yeah,
cover.
I would say he could help Bogey get up, but he would not be on
It
top.
would take the action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. He doesn't need to. Bogey's pretty spry. So Time sees all of this clusterfuckery that just happened, as well as the massive hit that she took, and she's real close to dead.
What is her response to this entity that maybe is Morel, but you're not quite sure?
I mean, Time is sort of connecting a lot of these different timelines and universes that you've been talking about, and these pieces we understand about, like, Morel being connected to the mycelium, in fact, part of it, and that's certainly been my connection, and this, like, demon influence starting to come in where these pieces are, and she's seeing this, like, extension of a corruption that is only spread around us, and believes that, like, once we purify this, hopefully Morel will come back. But for now, Morel's a fucking enemy, and it's heartbreaking for her, but she's like, oh, hell no. And kind of, like, motions her hand, kind of, like, down, and then just summons this earth, like, fist that sort of comes up. These, like, yellow bands, like, shoot up out of the ground to fucking crunch her down, and hold on to Morel. So she needs to make a strength save.
Describe the spell one more time.
It is the Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. So I choose a 5-foot square, unoccupied space on the ground that you can see within range. So in this case, right next to Morel. A medium hand made from compacted soil rises up there and reaches for one creature you can see within 5 feet of it. Morel. Target must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it takes bludgeoning damage and restrained for the spell's duration.
I'm going to say that it goes right through her and doesn't affect her. And so